Good morning, everyone. So today on the watch list for the large caps, we have Altria Group. My first support level on Altria Group is $41.75. My second support level on Altria Group is $40.81. Second up is JD. First level of support on JD is $81.43. Second level is $80.31. The cutoff level is $79.73 or $79.37. Next up, we have SQM. I only have one support level on SQM at $46.30 with the cutoff level at $45. The next level, next stock I have is Baba for Alibaba. The first support level I have on Alibaba is $224.04. And the second level is $221.67 with the cut-off level of $220.06. For momentum this morning, I only saw one stock on the scanner that I'm really interested in on momentum, and that is SIF. They recently reported earnings that weren't as bad as predicted. So the stock is seeing a bump this morning. It's got pre-market activity of 2 million shares on a 4 million share float. So this, I'm going to let it play out. See how it behaves in pre-market, and then once the market opens, it could be a gap and go, or we could get an actual momentum setup. So, we'll see.
In 2077, what makes someone a criminal? Getting caught. In Night City, you can become anyone, anything, if your body can pay the price. So seize the day, then set it on fire.
Games play best on Xbox.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring?
Good morning to anybody that's on the channel. Be sure to type something in the live chat so I know that you're there. Sociedad Química y Minera de Chile to raise $1.1 billion in Series B stock offering. SQM said Wednesday it plans to raise up to $1.1 billion through the sale of approximately 22.4 million shares of its Series B common stock. Shareholders are scheduled to vote to approve the proposed stock offering on January 22nd, 2021. Capital raise will be subject to a mandatory 30-day preemptive rights offering to existing equity holders. The Chilean miner intends to use the proceeds to finance part of its $1.9 billion investment plan for years 2021 to 2024, including the company's Mount Holland lithium hydroxide project in Western Australia. The final investment decision on Mount Holland is anticipated in Q1 2021. So the stock is getting a little bit of a pullback there on that news. The logic being that an addition of 22.4 million shares will dilute share value. So on that news today, it's taken a few percentage points of a haircut. Let's see. Pre-market is down almost 5%. So this strategy, basically the gap strategy for large caps, is to simply find a support level, which looks like it'll be around 46.28 or so, 46.30, and really quite simply trade it intraday rather quickly in order to make a 1% gain, which on the stock at this price would be a 46-cent per share gain. I don't have a high degree of confidence in this trade. I'll probably attempt, the cutoff line here is at $45. So I'll probably make a rather small trade on this, probably 200 shares to 300 shares, and I'll average in to the trade starting at 46.31, and then I might even attempt with a range that's this small, and there's only one price support level on it. I might attempt to trade all the way down to the 45, or might attempt to average in all the way down to the $45 level. Below the $45 level will be the cutoff period. If it closes on a 10-minute basis below the $45 level, then I have to let it go and move on to the next trade. Otherwise, if I can see a 1% gain on 200 shares, then it'll only be $90. Maybe I might be able to get more than 1% gain on it, but it's a trade nonetheless. $90 in the count. It's a base hit, a bunt for a base hit, but it's a base hit. Altria Group, this is an interesting one. It's tobacco. And just looking to take advantage of the Brownian motion here for a 1% gain. That's essentially what the large cap momentum or large cap gap trade is all about. It's just looking for base hits. Sometimes the base hits turn into doubles, triples, and even home runs. And that's just kind of the thought process behind, or that's the strategy. Is that, for example, if this stock starts hitting the support level right here, and then starts running up, I'll sell half at 1%, at a 1% gain, which would be roughly 41 cents, 42 cents. And then let the other half ride a touch to the yesterday's close would be a big bonus. And then if it just decides to keep continuing higher, that's even more of a... actually, yesterday's close was up here at 42.85. This is the close from the day before. So that's the idea. There are all of 1 viewers right now, which is myself. Again, so I've been doing these live streams for about a week, and I've had a couple of quick visitors come by, but nobody really that's coming to stick around and hang out. Just looking forward to somebody popping in and hanging out for a little bit, through the trading day, because pretty much just a guy sitting in an office on his own. It's nice to have some company. If you're here, be sure to say something in the chat so I can see you. Let me know if the music is too loud, if my voice is too loud, if there's a stock that you want to see. Otherwise, I'll just be here hanging out, waiting for the opening to come along. It's just after 9 o'clock, so we've got about 30 minutes until the opening bell. I have Altria Group. It's JD.com Incorporation sponsored shares. Support level on that one. The first support level is there at $81.43. The second support level is at $80.31. So I'll average in between these two prices. I've traded this company a couple of times before, and it provides opportunities. It will bounce up and down through the day and give you the opportunity to make a percentage point. So I'll probably trade that one if it comes down to its levels. I'll have a lot of confidence in that trade. Next one is SQM. This is a Chilean company, a Chilean mining company, which you can see with inflation on the rise, the natural resources companies, anything that produces commodities tends to get a lift in the price. And so since roughly back here in September, these stocks have been getting a bid. They've been catching a bid and on their way up. So this one is correcting a little bit. This morning it's off about 5%. It ought to be a stock that gives us some action. Alibaba, Chinese version of Amazon or eBay, is getting a 10% haircut this morning. That is a steep haircut. I tend to stay away from the stocks once they pass the 10%. The large cap gap trade doesn't work as well in the once it gets past the 10% mark. Once it gets past 10% on a correction on a gap, it just tends to kind of stay down there. And you can also see here that the stock over the past couple months has hit a high, and then it's just kind of coming down, stair-stepping down. In fact, you could see it's possible here it could produce a head and shoulders formation with the left shoulder right here, the head right here, then a right shoulder right here. Head and shoulder reversals don't play out all that often, but when they do, they're really quite powerful. And so we're seeing here, if it opens down below this level, then it will have broken the neckline, which you can see here in red, and it's an indicator of a long-term change in direction on the stock. So I have today the gap strategy is saying that it's going to catch support somewhere between 224 and 221 a share, and then get a bounce. In the long run, if it comes up and successfully, or I say successfully fails, but if the stock price comes back up to the neckline and fails at the neckline, this is definitely a reversal indicator, and the stock will be going roughly the same distance as the height of the head to the neckline. So let's put some more lines on the chart here. So you could be looking, this is a negative 65 point spread from the top of the head to the neckline. So it's possible you could see from the retest of the neckline there another 65 point down. So it's possible that BABA could see a decline down here to the 65 points from 243 if it successfully comes up, and suppose it tests the neckline today. I kind of doubt it will, but it's possible. And if it doesn't break the neckline and starts to move back away again, it pops up here and then goes to the neckline, then comes back down again. This move could be another 65 points from, say, this level, which would put it down to 175. So it could potentially go down as far as this right here, or to complete the pattern. These things don't always play out exactly according to the strategy. It's a general guideline, but it could happen. So I've got a small cap momentum play here, SIF. It's pre-market action. It has traded 2.4 million shares in the pre-market. It has a 4.2 million share float. The news is that the company reported earnings better than expected, which is really just break even on expectations, and so it caught a bid in the pre-market. I tend to not trade pre-market. I like to wait until the market opens and get an idea of what the price action, I'll sit here and watch the level 2 on the stock, so I can get an idea of what the price action is like, pre-market, and then to see kind of what to expect, where if there's a gap and go in the morning, like so in the first minute of trading when it opens up, it's there's just it's a gap and go strategy, so you buy right after it opens, and then after you get a 20-30 cent rise in the price of the stock, you just let it go. You'll see it time and time again with these pre-market movers. And then it's possible after it settles down, after the first 1 to 5 minutes of trading, somewhere around 20 to 30 minutes in, the stock could start catching bids and start riding back up. Historically, let's take a look at this stock in the past here. This is a daily chart. So $5.50, which it's really quite a bit over right now, is a recent high. It's kind of getting back into its previous prices. I would say that if this stock, if this stock can break 10 today, it would be on its way back into attempting to recover to previous highs. I doubt that is what we're going to see. It is quite a volatile stock over the years here. This is 97 here. Recently it was in 2014. So this was an inflationary environment here between 2009, 14, saw a really nice run up there. You know, I don't like to make turn trades into investments. So I'll probably trade this one today, and then I'll keep an eye on it to see if it's something that's worth investing in later. It's electronic technology. Let's look at its fundamentals here real quick. Okay, so on an annual basis, revenues have been trailing off a bit, and earnings have been negative for quite some time. Yeah, its revenue performance is, you know, it's steady, and it's a steady earner. It's interesting that standardized 85. Yeah, it has a rather steady earnings. Okay, so we've got a negative earnings quarter back here in February of 2020. Kind of normal. We've got one negative earnings report here. It really took a hit there from 565 down to 206. Now, so often what happens with a stock that gets a sudden hit like this to the upside is that it comes down rather quickly afterward. So today will be a good day to trade it for volatility, price action, and then in a couple of days, it might be worth coming back to pick up 1,000 shares or so just to hang on for a couple of years, see how it does. In about 7 minutes to the open, I've got SIF on watch.
This is the countdown to the open. Time now for our morning call.
Now I'm along 200 shares at $5.65. Let's see if we can get some momentum in this price in this stock. In this name, SIF. $5.75 is the bottom of this breakup candle. So holding, or 572, so holding 572 on the open would be nice to see. Vulture group almost coming into its support level. Alright, I'm up a few cents on SIF. A little red to green move there. So what kind of volume we're working with? 300,000 shares volume. Change it over to the 1 minute. Alright, got an alarm on Altria Group. I think I'm going to let go of SIF here. It's struggling. No, maybe not. Okay, let's see how Altria Group is doing. It's going to punch through that first price support there. Quick move over 6 would be nice. There it goes. All right. Yay. Okay, I'm selling right there. All right, so on 200 shares, I made $100. Not bad. I'll take it. Okay, now let's check out Altria Group. Yeah, Altria Group looks like it's gonna try and make a stab for the second support level there. as of right now, I closed out my SIF position. Let's see. I bought 200 shares of SIF at $5.65 and then sold it at $6.19 for about $100. I'm in $100 of JD, or I'm in 100 shares of JD 84.44 per share, and I'm in Ultra Group for 100 shares at $41.69 per share. So I'd really like to see JD come up and hit this close at yesterday at 85.46.
What we do here is go back.
So over $6.43 is where I'll get interested in SIF. for a move toward its pre-market high at 759. Watching 643 on SIF. Got a 5,000 share seller at 640. Okay, it just popped through 640, just touched 643. It really needs to get up over 643 and hold 643 for it to start making its move toward the pre-market high. Got a 1,300 share seller at 641. Yep, sellers are coming in. So let's see if it can close over VWAP on a 5-minute basis and then give us a green candle over top of VWAP on a 5-minute basis. Okay, there it goes. So we ought to get some momentum going here at this point. 650, there it goes. So it is now making an attempt to get to its pre-market highs. Baba hit its second support level. I'm going to give Baba some time. All right. Okay, there's 40 seconds left on this candle. I want to give this trade a little bit of time to develop here. Let's see how it does on its next candle on a 5-minute basis. I'm going to switch this one to 5 minutes and then switch this one to 1 minute. Get a closer eye on what the price action of this stock is. So right now, an easy entry an easy way to detect an entry is on the 1 minute for this to come back and test VWAP and hold VWAP, get a bounce off of VWAP here, and then move to the upside again. So I got a little 1 minute pullback there, just made a higher high above this candle by a penny. See the high here is 666 and the high here is 665. So, and that's not, I mean, it is in terms of momentum, that was a buy, but not after this move from 575 to 662. It's over $1 move from this support level, this pre-market support level. So I'd like to see it. Here we go. Okay. So now if we can get a bounce, another bounce here off of VWAP. Oh, plunge through. Let's see if we can hold VWAP here. All right. So a little bit of a struggle there. Yeah, it's pulling back. So far, its biggest candle on the 1 minute basis is a 578 share candle, red. So the stock has some work to do. Altria, I'm in 200 shares of Altria at an average of $41.50 a piece. INMB is hitting the scanners. Immune Bio. Let's see. 1640. It IPO'd in March. See what the news is here. Announces first patient dosed in the phase 2 trial of filler for pulmonary complications in COVID-19 patients. Okay. So it popped up, and obviously I missed that move on its pop up. So we'll just kind of, see if we can get a good entry on it. Put this on the 1 minute. See if we get a little bit of a 1 minute pullback here. Bottom of this breakup candle is 1501. You'll see the bottom is $15 even, so you don't want to see it go below $15. The next 1 minute candle to make a new high would be past its previous candle, would be an entry. So there's a pretty easy entry indicator here. Let's see what SIF is doing. SIF is pulling back. Altria Group. It's a large cap, so it's going to grind. So I entered 100 shares at this 41.75 level, another 100 shares at roughly the halfway mark here at 41.28. And if it falls all the way down to here to 40.83, I'll enter another 100 shares. So I have an average of 300 shares right around the middle of these two ranges, roughly. Okay, so the price for INMB to beat right now is the open of this candle at 1580. If it pops back up over 1580, we ought to see an attempt to make a newer high past 1650 here. I'll just give it some time. It's looking a little toppy on the 10 minute. A little bit of a topping tail here on a 200,000 share volume bar. Not too bad. We'll keep an eye on it. SIF just coming back down. If it can make a new low here, that'll be nice. But I don't think the 1 minute setup is what we're looking for. There's just too much chop in the 1 minute setup to rely on new candle being an entry, new high above its previous candle to be an entry. Doesn't look reliable enough. Let's do a 5 minute here. Yeah, if we could see after this candle closed green above VWAP, if we could have gotten a confirmation candle above VWAP after that, it would have been nice, but didn't give it to us. So there's no entry for the VWAP strategy on this stock. INMB's pulling back here, finding a little bit of support here in the spaghetti. Nope. So a breakdown below the 10 minute candle, price action below 1407. We're definitely waiting on a different setup for this one then. Yeah, that's weakness. Came up, hit a price, got a bunch of sellers. It's a phase 2 trial stock or drug that the stock covers. So it's going to be kind of neither here nor there. It's probably not worth investing in, but it might be worth the trade. So okay, SIF got a little support right in here in this area. The low on this candle is 583. The low on the candle next to it is 586. You can see here, if it can make a higher low here intraday, we could get another swing up on it. It's so close to Christmas. It's really hard to say. There aren't going to be a lot of traders in the market today. It is making an attempt to break back up over VWAP. VWAP right now is at 622. Stock price is at 614. We have to get confirmation in order to be able to get an entry for a trade. Baba. We got an entry at 221.67 on Baba. As support. I definitely don't. I would definitely be much more interested on shorting this stock than being long on it. The strategy is going for a bounce. It goes back below the support right there. Let's keep an eye on it. SIF made a run into the VWAP here. volume weighted average price. Let's see if traders or investors are willing to pay more for it. If they are, then we'll jump in with them for a little gain. Yeah, INMB. It's got a lot of work to do. I guess this could be a pullback, but it's got a long way to go. And there's got to be a lot more volume involved with the move back up above its recent highs. So its day's highs. So we'll see. So Altria Group is only off 3.3% since its close yesterday. It paid a dividend of $1.20 per share, and right now it's down $1.45 from its previous close. So, does the stock make it higher today? Does it pay me off? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Baba. I really think Baba has a lot further to go. I could probably. What I'd like to see on this strategy is we've got a head and shoulders here on the daily, and this is the head and shoulders neckline right here. So here's the left shoulder. Here's the head. Then here's the right shoulder, and then there's the fail. That's the fail line. And so, it would be nice to see Baba come back up and unsuccessfully test this neckline and then fall back down. And that will be the high probability trade. And actually, the trade on the failure of the neckline is a good trade too, but there isn't as high of a level of confidence. So if we see it come back up here and then fail again, we see it come back up here and fail this neckline test, then it will be a high confidence trade. Let's see. My cutoff line, if I were to have gotten into this trade, it would have been $220.06. And the low here is $220.11. So it's not really working. Just leave it alone. INMB is still coming down. I guess this is sort of a pop, a news pop. And drew in some traders and now getting sold off. SIF. Here we go. Okay, so SIF trading 600,000, 500,000 shares in the past 5 minutes. Past 10 minutes, it's traded 1 million shares. That's that's really not bad. And it successfully holds 625 here. We've got buyers coming in here, so let's participate. I'm long 200 shares at 634. I know where the fail spot is. It's at 625. So if I lose 9 cents on 200 shares, it'll be 18 bucks. It's not a big loss. If I'm correct, we go up to 666, then we're looking at 60 bucks profit. So the ratio is there. The ratio of win to loss is there. So watching 625 here. Let's not close, or I'm actually probably have an order to sell ready at 625. So if we dip below that 625 level, I'm just going to let it go right away. I don't want to take the chance on it, taking an absolute tumble. We've got a 14,000 share buyer, 10,000, 9,000, 6,000 share buyers, 2,000, back up to 6,000 at 635. So somebody's entering this thing at 635. We go 650, back up above, a close above 656 right here. It's kind of toppy right there. There we go. Look at that thing go. Okay, so my 200 shares at 634, doing okay. Let's see, can we continue through highs past this level right here? Next level I'd like to see it hold is 656. Two. There aren't any big sellers on the level 2 right now. Looking for the next round of buying to come in. There it goes. All right. How about that? 675. And so the pre-market level, let's see here. Got a bit of a peak, a little bit of a peak. That's the 8 a.m. peak or 8:30 a.m. peak. So it's that's going to be a weak resistance. It ought to push through that pretty easily. And it's then the next real milestone for it is up over 758 there. Okay. So I'm sitting pretty with 50 cents profit on 200 shares, and it's pretty small share size. I dipped back below 656 and I let it go. I've got an order ready to sell at 624. So if I see it hit 656, I can hit the sell at 624, and I'll get cleared out on the bid. 670. I'll get clear of the trade on the bid. 654 is only 20 cents higher than when I got in, so it'd be, I wouldn't get quite the same amount of gain on it. Okay, hit 675. There's a seller at 675. That's oh, there it goes. All right, so yeah, I dumped my shares there. Let's see. I got a $52 gain on that trade. If I were trading in larger amounts, say 1,000 or 2,000 shares, I would have sold half as it pushed toward this 690 price. Probably would have sold right around here at 680 or so. I mean, to be realistic for like slippage and so forth, I don't think I would have been able to nail 690 on the dot. So, but yeah, and then let the other half kind of ride here. But I'm trading in really small share size. because it's so close to the holiday and there are so few traders on the screens right now. Okay, so are you going to hold 656 here? It'd be encouraging. It's holding its, I have the 9, yeah, I've got the 9 EMA here. Making another run up. That was a 1 minute VWAP setup. I usually don't play 1 minute VWAP setups. I usually like to go for the 5 minute VWAP setups. And so, yeah, the close right here would have been the entry I would have taken on a 5 minute VWAP setup. This is a momentum play though, so I can just kind of go for the 1 minute setup, and when it beats on price over the last candle, then it's gaining momentum. This stock price here, this stock price action going below VWAP is really not what you want to see right now. A new higher low, if in the next few minutes this thing can settle out and start to curl back up again, then there could be more momentum to the upside. But usually after the second pullback, the trade just gets kind of tired, and so it's not really a good place to be. SIF looks like a good company though. It's a profitable small cap, you know. So it's growing. Well, its revenues. So its revenues are okay. Its revenues actually technically are falling, and so are its earnings. But in the past 4 quarters, it's had positive earnings. Let's see here. 85. Yeah. It reported 86 cents earnings on a consensus of 85, so it beat there. You know, positive earnings there, 39 cents. Positive earnings there, a beat there of 1 penny on consensus. Okay, and then negative earnings here on the first quarter or fourth quarter, kind of depending on how it reports. I think in the long run, this is a stock that can be invested in. It's not often you find small caps that you can have confidence in investing in. So to see it come back down to sort of its mean, you know, to see it revert to the mean, I think this is probably a long-term buy here at you know, roughly $4 or so per share. It's just it's not often you see things pop, small caps like this pop up and then hold its price, which is interesting. It happened here. Made a move from 371 to 551, and then it came back down to it reverted back to the mean, which is really quite typical for small stocks, for small caps. You know, I'm going to keep this one on watch for a couple days after this move to see if I can get a bargain on this stock. It's you know, small caps. It's hard to find a small cap that's really worth holding on to, but holding on to these things, you know, a growth stock, if it can get, you know, a good trend going, then, you know, it's a good place to put a little bit of money and let that asset grow over time. Let's keep an eye on the 5 minute here. Okay, so we have another green close on the 5-minute. And it's being supported at VWAP. That is encouraging. One pullback, two pullbacks, and then a spike of price. So that's discouraging, seeing a big topping candle like that. It's a hammer down. Oh, Altria, let's see. I've been paying attention to Altria. Yeah, Altria is making its way back up into its opening breakdown candle. Right now I'm on 200 shares. I'm up 26 bucks. Not an NB, not interested. This NLTX has hit the scanner a few times, which means I'm bound to be too late for the trade. So if I were to get into it like right now, it would sell off. Well, actually, the absolute pessimistic way. If I get into it, it sells off. If I don't get into it, then it keeps ripping higher. That's just the way it goes. Yeah, it's making a rip here. It's a nice looking chart, but it's starting to go parabolic. You know, if I were to have paid closer attention, you know, there's a nice pullback right here. Change the color on that. I'll make it a little bit bigger too. So this is the 5-minute, the 1 minute. Yeah. So the 1 minute doesn't make a lot of sense. The 10-minute is gorgeous. Yeah, look at it go. It's ripping. You know, oosh, boy. Yeah, see, now, if I'd, you know, brought this stock up and, you know, started trading it right when I opened it up, it would have started going down if I had, you know, and having not gotten into it, now it's going to keep going up. It's kind of the way it works in trading. SIF. Can you hit the scanner, SIF? Take a look at the daily chart on LTX. Insider acquisition interrupts 90-day trend of sales at Neoleukin Therapeutics. Neoleukin Therapeutics files for up to $400 million in mixed shelf. Filed a registration statement covering the potential sale of up to $400 million in securities. The securities, which may be offered from time to time, include common shares, preferred shares, debt securities, warrants, subscription rights, and units, according to a filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Unless otherwise stated in the prospective supplement, net proceeds from the sale will be used for general corporate purposes, including funding research, increasing the company's working capital, and reducing debt. Yeah, thank you. So, let's see here. Yeah, it's not reporting any revenues, and its earnings, on an annual basis are negative 60 million. A recent earning, but there are no revenues. So this company is just managing losses, and it's issuing more debt in order to be able to cover operating expenses essentially for continued survival. The biotech. Health technology, biotech, yeah. So this run up, it's not going to last. SIF is quite a bit more encouraging as far as long-term viability goes. It actually has revenues and earnings that are trending. So the revenues are down a bit, but at least the earnings, they're figuring out how to, run their operations efficiently. So, there's the fear of missing out is real. I mean, because so what happens if I don't buy right here and it has a huge run up to say $20, and then I wait for a pullback, to get in? Well, yeah, I guess so, because I don't have the confidence to buy it at this level. Usually, what happens with stocks, small caps that pop up like this, and you'll see. Usually, a vast majority of the time, they'll pop up and then come right back down. And so, if there's a company that you like, that pops up like this, it's a small cap. It's really a much better idea to wait for them to come back down. I don't know why my computer does that. It's so annoying. So yeah, it's past 10:30. The opening hour is when a vast majority of the action on the internet occurs. On the market. It's after 10:30. I mean, you can still get some action on momentum trades, but otherwise, I'll just sit here and stare at screens for hours, and then maybe have an opportunity to get involved after hours of sitting in front of a screen, just ruining my eyes. Let's see. So with regards to momentum, there is a trade here. It's not a high confidence trade because it's so late in the day, But a move over $6.71 right here over this pullback would be an entry. Definitely within the 10:30 time frame. Since it's after 10:30, you know, I don't know. All right, so there's an entry. I'm gonna buy 100 shares at 670 is where I just bought. Let's see if this thing still has some momentum left in it. My guess is no. But I'm up, I think $200 on this stock today. But SIF, I'm up $162 on this stock today. So a small trade at 670. If it dips below 658 there, then I'll let it go. Oh, 660. All right, so I have a sell order ready at 657. If it hits 658, then I let it go and just cap the losses, and I'll probably walk away for the day. Okay, here we go. It's not hitting the scanner. There's not enough volume for it to hit the scanner. 300, almost 400,000 shares traded on this candle. It has volume. Well, let's see how it goes. Almost got knocked out there. There's a large buyer at 660. Well, not a huge buyer, 2,000 share buyer at 660. 3,000 at 660. Okay, the bid is now at 666. There's an offer, 1,500 shares at 665. 660. Okay, let's see if I can get away with this thing. All right, I just got out. Cleared it out at so I was able to get out of that trade at 657. So there was a $13 loss, you know. So it was worth a try. Didn't make it. I'm still up roughly $150 on the name on the day. So I'm gonna call it a day here. It's Christmas Eve. If anybody's out there, you know, listening, if anybody comes back and watches, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. I hope Santa Claus is good to you. And hope you know this stream finds you in good health. Take care, everybody. Merry Christmas.